Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for a live stream. I figured out the problem. My live on YouTube was unlisted. So now we're good. We should be good. And bear with me for a second as I load up the chat. It's going to take a couple minutes because trying to stream on several different platforms is something that my computer can't handle very much of. But the page is loading, the video is loaded, and now I'm just waiting on the chat. And so we should be with you all in a minute. I know that you are all so eager. And here we go. K Group, Nicholas Baxter, Gunpoint, Board Surfer, Nick. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Farah. What's up, Smoke Son? Yeah, all's good in my neck of the woods. So I am live on several different platforms right now, and I have no idea how this is going to work out. I'm not live on TikTok, but I'm live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, even Twitter. So hello, quick cat equipped girl. I'm just gonna check real quick on Facebook. Just seeing what's up. What's up? Hopefully, not live on my own personal account. I didn't want to do that, but um, on my Facebook page, which I never use, but maybe if I go live more often, I will. So yeah, I'm live on Facebook. And hello to the 0 of you on Facebook, but it's all good. Let's talk some crypto. Let's see. Hello, Madman. Can you say anything about Everest? No, I know that there's a lot of hype about Everest right now, and I have not looked into it. So I know Joshua Jake talking a lot about Everest, but I don't know anything about it. But I do like Joshua Jake, so there's that. Yeah, time for a computer upgrade. Yeah. Did I watch the College Bowl game? Only highlights. And yep. I don't hate Alabama, but it's to see somebody else win. So yeah, K Group multi-platform king. Here we go. Yes, sir. Haven't been here a while. Do you still think vet has to $1 reasonable? Yes. I mean, all right, vet to $1. Um, it entirely depends on the entire crypto market cap. I don't think that we have reached a peak. I am confident that it hasn't happened. That 69,000 wasn't the peak, and so VeChain to $1. Sure, if you have VeChain right now, you better take profits well on the way to $1. You see it at 20 cents, take profits. 40 cents, take profits. So no, K Group, I did not have COVID. I tested negative for COVID, but yeah, that wasn't fun. Are you concerned about death cross coming up, 50-day moving average crossing below the 200-day? I am not. And the reason why I'm not is because it's 50-50. It's literally anytime there's been a death cross in Bitcoin's history, it is 50-50 whether or not um that leads to another 70% down. It's usually it's 50-50. So last time there was a death cross was this summer, and then we had a golden cross and we were good. We didn't crash anymore. And so I don't think that's actually worth any bit of your time. So think the Bitcoin bottom has passed now. I do. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Trump rules? Did you get back into Cake? I have not. Is Cake doing well? Because I haven't, I exited and no regrets, but let's see. Let me just check out the Cake price real quick. So I hope I didn't sell the bottom. All right, so 11.25. Yeah, I mean, Cake's been holding up pretty strong, around $10. So, hey, Jerry Texas, what's up? Let's see. Can you explain how to get link for buying many token on Pancake Swap, please? Hey, what's up, OC Pet Doctor? So here's what you got to do, and this is just for any any cryptocurrency that you would buy on Pancake Swap. So many worlds crypto. Don't want to go to Reddit. Just many worlds crypto. Go to CoinGecko.com. and get the contract address. And then, so where do you see the contract address? That's a good question. I usually go here on mobile. So where do I see it? Oh yeah, here, right here. So info, contract address, copy, and then you go to PancakeSwap and you paste that in, the thing that you want to receive, the token that you want to receive. And so as far as further instructions with that, I can't do that on this live stream, but that's basically what you've got to do. So, all right, Nicholas Baxter's healthy. Good. Am I more bullish on Atom or AVEX? Definitely Atom. And more than anything else, the reason why I'm more bullish on Atom is because AVEX has already had a huge pump and Atom has not, at least in comparison to AVEX. And then Atom, it's like people are waking up to the fact that Atom, like everything's built on Atom, so that's good for Atom. Let's see. Think you sold your cake at a good time. I don't know. I'm happy. It's not like I sold it into dollars. I sold my cake to get a different DeFi cryptocurrency, and I'm happy with that. So when would be a good time to get back in? Should we wait for above the bull market support band? I mean, guys, no, the big thing that I've been saying is below $45,000 and above $52,000. Those are the buy zones. And so I would say, we've been below $52,000. I would say that that's the time to get in. I don't think, I mean, this is where all the on-chain analytics that I do is holding up, because a lot of people saying that we're going to the 30s. It's like, no, yeah, short-term holders have capitulated big time, but long-term holders aren't selling, and in fact, they're accumulating. And so, yeah, I would suggest that we're most likely not going to the lower 30s or lower than that. I know some people calling for the 20s. So, familiar with Dreams? I am not. No. Have you heard of Goldfinch Protocol? I have not heard of Goldfinch Protocol. No. How much should I stake to make some worthwhile passive income? Man, that's a tricky game to play, because if you're going to stake stable coins, the best you could do is probably like 19.5% on Anchor Protocol. So, I mean, guys, man, how much of a dream come true is that? 19.5%. But the problem is, that there's places offering like 70,000% or 100,000% and things like that. And so, how much should you stake to get good rewards? Well, if you want those high returns, you're going to face the risk of the asset that you're staking losing value very quickly. So it just depends what's worthwhile passive income for you. If you had the capacity to stake $100,000 worth of stable coins, you get $19,500 a year in passive income. I would go for that. So you can lock up your Pi now. Okay, I haven't looked into it at all. Atom is so undervalued. I'm with you on that. Should I be holding all my crypto in something like Trust Wallet since I'm a long-term holder? No, I would say like something like Coinbase or Gemini or Exodus. Those are the safest ones. And I would say that those are safer than Trust Wallet, as far as like, people try to trick you into giving them your keys on Trust Wallet. So how high can Atom go by the end of 2022? I don't know. So Sam says $150 this year. I could see it doubling or tripling. So we'll see. Hey, what's up, Sam Bo? What's up? Smash up that like button, by the way. What coin would you throw WTF money at right now? WTF money, that's a different thing, because I would say Near, I would say Atom, and Algorand, but those are all big projects. If it's WTF money, you probably want more potential returns than that. So I don't necessarily have an answer for you. I'm not going to go ahead and say many worlds, because, you guys know that I got, they gave me a small allocation of tokens for doing that live stream with them yesterday, but I also bought some of that. So I don't have any like small cap gem that I'd be like, yes, this is the one. So IOTA is a good one for this year, maybe. All right, Nicholas, been in quarantine, is waiting for the lives. It said you did yesterday, but ended right away. Oh yeah, that was the many worlds interview. I didn't mean to go live. So all right, yeah, close that chat. to hit the like, then come back to the live chat. How am I feeling about algo? Very bullish, very bullish. I just think that the so-called ETH killer season is still going on, and we're seeing atoms start to pump. And I think we're going to see Algorand around at some point. So yeah. Oh yeah. How am I feeling about your question? Thoughts on ADA? ADA is very clearly at a bottom, or it was. I mean, I know that it's up today, but man, the amount of support in this channel at like the $1.20 range is wild. I mean, to the point where it's like people jokingly say that it's a stable coin. But look at that. You know, it spent several months around the $1.20 range, and then pumped up to $2, and then several months around the $1.20 range, pumped up to $2. And then here we are again, you know, months in the $1.20 range, got down to what, $1.13. That is that's as close to a brick wall as possible. So you think this pump is the start of the bull run at last? No. I mean, in a sense, yes. So here's what I'm paying attention to. Yeah, we are beginning an uptrend. Great. We still have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Let me zoom in here. I know that there are probably much better options. So, hey, wonderful. 2 green candles in a row, almost 3 green candles. But that one, you know, 3 days ago or 2 days ago was not, it ended up being like down by a hair. So, you know, let's keep climbing slowly but surely. The DXY, not the DXY, the CPI came out and we're at 7%, which was as expected. And so the big thing that I was saying was going to happen was that we weren't going to have this big pump and then a reversal, you know, a big dump after that. Like, you know, we saw super high CPI numbers in November, got a pump up to $69,000, and then dumped immediately after that. Another pump in December with high CPI numbers, and then dump right after that. We had high CPI numbers reported today, but and then we've had a pump, you know, a little pump, but no dump. And that was my expectation, because the dump was mostly out of fears that the Federal Reserve was going to tighten things up. And so there's, you know, we knew that there was going to be high inflation this time around, and the Federal Reserve has tightened things up. So now what? You know, it's like they're not going to see a 7% CPI and be like, oh man, we need to tighten even more than we were already planning on it. And so the DXY, this is here we go. Look at this. When's the last time the DXY was this low? It was middle of November. But here's I mean, here's what happened. November 9th, November 10th, those high CPI numbers were reported, and the DXY pumped pretty heavily. And so now it's lower than it's been in what, 2 months. So I expect this to continue down. And that's what should happen if inflation's high, except for the fact that the DXY is just a measure of the dollar against other trash currencies. So is this, I didn't even answer the question, is this pump the start of the bull run at last? There's just a lot, we have a long way to go. That's what I really want to point out. We have a long way to go. So we have to get above the 200-day simple moving average. We have to get above the bull market support band. And then even then, let me draw a fib chart here. It's not going to be perfect, but all right. There's certain levels here that that's really going to be difficult to take out. I don't think, oh, come on. I don't think the 382 is going to be too difficult, but the 0.5 at 54,000 and change is going to be rough. The 0.618, the 618 is going to be brutal. I think we're going to get rejected really hard there and then go back down. So that's $57,811, you know, about $58,000. I think, and here's why. If long-term holders are convinced that 69,000 was the top, they're going to dump somewhere, maybe at the 0.5, but you know, the 618, maybe at the 702, they're going to dump really hard. And well, we'll see. I'm wondering how hard they're going to dump, you know, because some of them are convinced, yeah, this is 69,000 was the top and it's over. I think most are not convinced, but those few that are convinced, that handful of people who are convinced that 69,000 was the top, they're going to look to sell somewhere around here. So then, so I could see us get up to $58,000, get rejected there, go back down to the 40s, and then it's going to take another move up for people to be convinced that the bull run is back on. And so it's going to take some time, in my opinion, unless there's like just some kind of melt up, which is also on the table. So what's the buy of the day? I'd still say Algorand. Yeah, do I like Everest ID? I already answered that. I don't know enough about it. So when will the Many project go live in other exchanges? Yeah, Sambo, I don't know the answer to that question, but can't wait for ADA to get to $2 so I can get out. All right. I have 500 ADA, thinking about accumulating till 1,000 and stopping. It's not a bad idea. Yeah. Still waiting for under $1 to stock up. I don't know if it's going to get there. So in your opinion, what does the rest of this cycle look like? I think we're going to hit 6-figure Bitcoin this year. Man, fibs, I'm not talking about this particular fib that I just drew hastily, but I'm still convinced that Bitcoin will reach certain fib levels this cycle, which means, before the next halving, which means $200,000 Bitcoin, perhaps higher, or if not, that'll be more of a rounded top, and we'll spend several weeks above $100,000. So thank you, Farah. Yeah, don't know enough about Everest. IOTEX, that's another one I don't know enough. So need to invest in my sick time, money, check what should I get. I'm still saying Algorand, Nick. Adam, Algo, not both. Adam's more of a sure thing in my opinion, but Algo, I would want to say both. Any thoughts on ICP? Internet computer, I have warmed up to it. I am bullish on it. I know that it's been rough since the day that it launched, but I don't know. I'm friends with Crypto is good. He's a really big ICP guy, and he's a programmer, so he knows that stuff. So what do you think ETH gets to 15,000? Many project not being on other exchanges, what will hurt them? I'm sure of it. I love the project though. I mean, if you did listen to the live stream yesterday, what they're trying to do is to create a simple, streamlined process of, you download their app, within 5 button clicks, you're able to purchase it. And so, give it enough time, it'll get on other exchanges, but we'll see. So another thing, listen, I don't entirely understand dormancy flow, but Will Clemente posted this on Twitter yesterday, and it's entered the buy zone according to dormancy flow. Look at these historic buy zones. This is a time to buy. Another example of what I would say is that we are in such a weird situation where it's like what we're seeing right now is typical of bear market bottoms. And how? Well, we peaked in May. I know that we peaked in, the price wise, Bitcoin peaked in November, but the real peak was in May. And you could make an argument that we've been in a bear market for 8 months. And how does that make sense? Because we had a second peak and it was higher. Well, that just goes to show what Bitcoin's going to do in mini bull run times. And another, something, I don't know anything about Roy, by the way, Ping. Another thing, I mean, looking at Bitcoin's chart here, let me delete this Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so let's say that this was the peak, Coinbase day, $64,900. Sorry, you guys can tell I'm still I'm still a little bit sick. So Tesla they announced that they bought Bitcoin, and the price shot up big time. And so that created, here's what I think happened, is that created, instead of, what we would have been doing this whole time, is slowly climbing, going down to the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level from the 2017 peak, and then having a run like 2017 where we're slowly climbing, blow off top at some point, maybe not even yet. But what happened when Tesla announced that they bought Bitcoin, they front ran, they caused the euphoria to happen much sooner. And so we peaked in May. And then everyone got shaken out. Not everyone, but lots of retail got shaken out by that crash in the summer, and they never came back. And so that's the cycle. It's a shortened cycle. But what I think is going to happen is that we're going to have another mini cycle. That was a mini cycle. We're going to have another mini cycle before the next peak, or before the next halving, excuse me. So yeah, when do you think we'll reach all-time high again? Man, I don't think first quarter. I very much don't. Maybe second quarter. So there's a theory that we didn't have a blow off top because the millions and millions being spent on NFTs. Nope. I made a video about that. The NFT total market cap, and Funky. Oh, okay. You know what? I would love to be done talking about Santa. I sold 80% of it, so I have 20% of my Santa. Yes, it went straight to the dumpster, and I'm happy to be done talking about Santa. So, oh yeah. Anyway, NFTs. $22 billion was the peak for NFTs, the market cap. Let's go to coinmarketcap.com. And what you'll see is that's barely a blip. I mean, the total crypto market cap peaked at $3 trillion. So let's count NFTs as one crypto. That would put them 12th, right between Avalanche and Dogecoin. That is not that much money. That's not that much money. So no, that's not enough money to consider, hey, that's the blow off top. And I would say that most people, I think the barrier to entry to NFTs is just too much for most retail people. It's not as easy as, downloading Coinbase and figuring out how to buy crypto on Coinbase. So bought 5K of Gala the other day at 32 cents. Wife wasn't happy, but I was thinking a year she'll be mad or asking me for money. Where's Gala at right now? Because let's see, 56. All right, 35 cents. So you're up a little bit. I mean, in general, I think it's going to go up with the rest of the crypto market. But what I really think is going to happen is that it's going to catch up with Decentraland and what's the other one? Sandbox, So where is this? Okay. We had a huge pump, just like all other metaverse cryptos. I do think, and I would include many worlds in this, I do think that metaverse needs a little bit of time to cool off. But I mean, it's been cooling off before its next leg up. So how long has it been since that peak? End of November, give it another month and a half, something like that. So hoping things will peak again around Chinese New Year's. That seems a little too early, Kendra, but I hope you're right. Let's see. How do you feel about XRP? The more research I do with ISO 20022, feels like XRP could be chosen one. How do you feel about XRP? Do you want to know how I feel about XRP? I made a list of different cryptocurrencies that I think you should have percentages of exposure to, and XRP and XLM were certainly included in that list. So yeah, those are what on the governing board. I don't entirely know how that works, but yeah, ISO 20022 compliant cryptos. So XRP, XLM, XTC, Algorand, maybe Quant soon, maybe HBAR. Yeah, I mean, I think 2023 is going to be a big year for regulation. And so getting into cryptos that don't have to worry as much about that should be good. So, but is it the chosen one? I'm not an XRP army person. So I'm reserving judgment, but XRP is my third biggest holding. Let's see. Good afternoon, Evil D. Yeah, what about Blockfolio? I didn't do a video about that, did I? I did a decent amount of research on it. It's a very simple concept to understand, and I think it has potential. But same thing that I just said about metaverse. So we can look up top metaverse cryptos, but I won't do that. Blockfolio is ranked, I think, like somewhere in the 200s, something like that, in market cap. So yeah, 252, 4 cents. Let's see, market cap is nowhere near fully diluted. I would be a little bit concerned about that. So it's highly inflationary. If there's a way to stake it and get great returns, I would do that for sure. All right, still holding Santa. Congrats. You made a mistake. It's time to move on. That's my new thing that I'm saying to people. You made a mistake. It's time to move on. I would love to be done talking about Santa. So I stake a lot of it. It's gone down massive. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, Blockfolio. Yeah. And I mean that's the thing with high yields with staking is all right. It peaked at what, 17 cents or so, and yeah, it's gone down a lot, but it could still pump. I think it will when metaverse crypto. We have metaverse season 2, so I'm planning on taking profit to the next fib level of 52.8K. Thoughts? Not sure how much I should sell. Let's that's an interesting level because that might not be a great place to sell. Let me add the bull market support band back in here. All right. So 50, let's see, 21-week EMA is right around $50,000. 20-week SMA is 52,765. Both of those are going to be some resistance. And all right, now the SMA is going down. And so 52.8, if you wait for 52 point, I think that there's going to be some resistance at the 20-week simple moving average. And so what I would do is, if you're going to sell around that dollar amount, sell a little under the 20-week SMA. So let's see. I asked this a little while ago. Have you heard of Jedstar? It's a metaverse coin yet to drop. I have not. No. So I still have not. There's too many things to research. So if it hasn't dropped, I'm assuming it wouldn't even be here on Coin Market Cap. Jedstar. Oh, never mind. Let's see. So I'm assuming the project hasn't dropped, but very low volume. Yeah, so still not really doing much here. When do you plan on selling? I'm gonna sell. Well, all right. Here's something I did. It was a controversial thing apparently. In my video yesterday, I sold. What did I sell? Like 15% of my Ethereum. And the reason why I sold it is just I was a little bit concerned about, it's by far my biggest holding. And I was a little bit concerned about the amount of transfers to exchanges that I've been seeing. So I sold some already. And what am I doing with that? Am I holding it in dollars? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm buying stocks. Stocks, buy and hold stocks. That makes a lot more sense than, a lot of stocks. You could just buy and hold forever and you'll be in great shape. With cryptocurrencies, anything could die. Do I think Ethereum's going to die? No, not at all. And do I think Bitcoin is going to die? No way. But like my confidence in anything else is pretty low. In comparison to stocks are much more of a sure thing as far as buying and holding. So I'm in the process of buying stocks. Alibaba, Costco, Apple, and I'm thinking through some other ones. Even the SPY ETF, Is it an ETF? Whatever, it's just SPY. And holding on to those for a while. So I've already done that. And when will I do it next? That's a good question. Probably, let me bring that fib chart back on here. So this is very crude. Probably around the 618, maybe a little bit below the 618. So not selling my Bitcoin, not selling any more of my Ethereum. No way. No way. But maybe around the 618 here, 57,000. I'll sell maybe like 20% of my altcoins and do the same thing where I buy stocks with them. So let's see. When Jed Star drops, if you look into it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. It's just one I personally like. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm diversifying, Kendra. Yeah. And honestly, I've been 90% crypto for the last, 15, 18 months. And the plan was always to diversify back to stocks. And of course, real estate, other things as well. But I think, in the bear market, not in the bear market, because I want to do a lot of stable coins in the bear market, but get the yields on those. But at some point I want to be more like 50-50 or maybe even 75-25. So do you think Bitcoin is going to drop back once it breaks out? Yes. Not back to got down to 39.6 yesterday. But here's what I'm thinking: the 618 or the 702 rejection there, drop back down to the 40s, maybe go down as low as this 236 level, and then bounce back up. So 46,000, 482, something like that. So yeah. So did we sell any altcoins? We're still holding, other than the Ethereum that I sold just to get more diversified and put into stocks. I haven't sold any altcoins. Well, no, that's not true. I sold like $1,000 of altcoins, like very, very small amount of altcoins. That's like what 0.2% of my portfolio or something like that. I'm not mathing well right now, so take that with a grain of salt. But should. Yeah, or should. I would say at that 0.618, yes. Would you recommend the S&P 500? Well, I just said I bought some SPY, so yeah. Have you taken a look at VVS and staking off VVS? I own some VVS. I am staking on it. The price has gone down, and I would be ecstatic if VVS just got back to the price that I bought it. Let's see. Oh yeah, man, it's a third of the price that I bought it at. But I'm staking at phenomenal returns, so I have hope that'll get back. So I'm going to keep staking it. I mean, they're partnered with crypto.com, so should go fine. David, you have a lot in it. Ugh. Rolls-Royce stock a great buy right now? Are you saying they're asking that? Because I actually do own some Rolls-Royce. I thought it would be doing better by now. I mean, I'm in profit on it. I've owned it for about a year, but let's see. What price target you mentioned selling alts at when Bitcoin gets around 57,000, 738, or 58,000 or so? Let's see. Could you tell us why Rolls-Royce stock is a great buy? Well, here's the thing that appealed to it for me. A lot of people say that, a lot of people think of Rolls-Royce as a car company, and that's not entirely accurate. Rolls-Royce is largely an aviation company. And so the reason why I bought into it over a year ago was that I was thinking as the world opens back up, that a lot of these stocks, Rolls-Royce got hit really hard by the pandemic. A lot of these stocks that were affected by the pandemic would bounce back really hard, and some of them did. And I thought Rolls-Royce would for sure. It hasn't bounced back really hard, but I'm up, so I guess I'll keep holding. I heard news that XRP's court case was delayed a month. Yes, that's true. Could that delay upward progress in the later spring for all alts? No, But I mean, if Ripple wins that case, it's going to be a huge boost for the entire crypto market, and so it delays a huge boost. So, um, DCN, ETH, and Bitcoin in the coming weeks. Yes, yes, I think now is a good time. What about Riot stock? Riot has not been correlating very well with Bitcoin. If you're going to buy something that correlates with Bitcoin, I'd buy Marathon. So, what are you going to buy at 58K? I'm not buying. I'm selling at 58K. Do you do any options futures tradings? Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I bought some stocks for SPY, but I also bought a few options. I saw and it was it's a little bit out of the money, but I don't do futures. I just do options. A little bit out of the money, but I saw somebody. I'm not going to look for it. I saw this theory that we're going to have a melt up in stocks. And it was attractive of enough of a theory that made me think, okay, you know what? That might be right. We're going to have a melt up that, S&P is going to go to $6,000 before crashing. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Nancy Pelosi's in. The investment guru, the greatest investor of all time, she's in. She's in big time. I'll get some spy calls and we'll see what happens with that. So yeah. But yeah, I got really big into GameStop last year, made a ton. Oh my goodness. This channel used to be dedicated to entirely to GameStop. But then I lost interest in, I had like 1,000 subscribers at the time. But I bought some GameStop options, did very well with that. So Jedstar, let's see. CoinMarketCap.com always has some good definitions, not definitions, some good summaries of different cryptocurrencies. All right, what would you sell? What will you sell at 58K? What will you be buying? More stocks? Yeah, I'll be buying more stocks. What would I sell? I'm not sure. Probably my best performing one. Ah, man. Yeah, I would say, and if I see a niche that I own some of that is doing very well, then um I will probably sell a lot of that sphere. Like if metaverse pumps really big, if Litecoin were to pump very big, well, no, I don't know. It just depends what pumps. I'm probably gonna hold on to the ones that are flat. So is Tesla a good buy? Man, Tesla. All right, so we're gonna talk about stocks. Tesla is by every traditional metric, you know, way overpriced, so unbelievably overpriced. But the hype, it's like, I remember last year doing a lot of research in Tesla and seeing that the amount of electric vehicles that they produce over the next decade could do something like 200x. And if so, then the hype is worth it. And Tesla could one day be worth $30,000 in today's shares. So that's a decade from now. 30x. I mean, for crypto, that's like, a cycle. But are there competitors? Are the big car companies going to catch up to them with that? So do you see the fact that the economy might rebound after businesses and commerce opens up more in the spring as bullish variable for cryptocurrency for March and beyond? Yeah, World War Wall Street. There we go. I think there's bigger things at play than businesses opening up. I mean, really, have businesses not opened up already? That's kind of the thing that I'm wondering from that question. But I don't know. I want to see how my live stream on Twitter's going. Looks like beta. Something looks like beta. Yeah, I guess my live stream looks like it's in beta mode. Um, oh yeah, Judstar. Judstar is the first token of a 3-token deco with a vision to transform DeFi, NFT, utility, and GameFi. Okay. Let's see. 40% are casual gamers. 40% of the global population is casual gamers. Gamers are not excited. Like they're repulsed by NFTs and by crypto in their games. It doesn't make any sense. So Jetstar Team sees that as an easy gateway for mass crypto and NFT adoption. 2 blockchain games, a collectible card game, and an MMORPG. Okay, that might be something. So you're welcome, Jerry. All right, what do you think? Oh, yes, here we go, Noor. What do you think of Chamath's prediction that about Visa and MasterCard being the biggest losers of 2022? So of 2022, I mean, a year goes by very quickly. I'm not ready entirely to say that they're going to be the biggest losers of 2022. But if you look at Ethereum, the amount that ETH is growing in terms of the amount of transactions they are processing, and you consider the fact that things like DeFi is 0.5%, something like that, maybe even smaller than that, of the traditional finance market, and you see all of these competitors, all these great products, Solana, Luna, Polkadot, AVAX, Atom, Algorand, and I could go on. So many of these have the potential to just eat away at Visa and MasterCard. So, yeah, I mean, will they be? I think they could end up being big losers. How much Bitcoin should everyone seek to own? 0.28. 0.28. And that is based on math that there are 8 billion people in the world. And if you own 0.28 Bitcoin, you will be guaranteed to be put in the top 1% of Bitcoin holders. All right, good price to set for Algorand. It's $1.47? How about $1.35? Just know, we might be in a mini uptrend, so that might not fill. As much as they can afford. Has Nancy Pelosi pulled her share of Visa? That's what I watch for. That's a good point. Yeah. And I could see Visa and MasterCard making less money and the stock still increasing in price. So you're welcome, Smoke Sun. All right, caught your attention. So if I'm selling at 58K, is that the end of the bull run? I'm diversifying at 58K. I'm selling a little bit. And that's on the chance that it's the end of the bull run. I absolutely do not think that that's the end of the bull run. No, but it's all about risk management. I know that a few people, are convinced that the bull run's over, and so they're going to sell at those fib levels that we talked about. And so, how much of my portfolio am I going to sell at 58K? Like 10%. It's not an insane amount. It's just, and that's what I would say. I would be like 10% sure that the bull run is over at around 58K. And guys, don't be married to this number 58K. It may not get there. If you wait until 58K to sell, because that's the number that I've been throwing out, then that's probably not a great idea. There could be other levels. And again, yeah, well, one other thing, I mean, I think we're going to get rejected really hard there, go back into the 40s before making another move up. So perhaps what I'll do is, rebuy at some point in the 40s for a lot of these altcoins that I'm going to sell. So, and maybe we're just going to blow through all of this. I would say if you see Bitcoin get to like $61,000, then then this theory of mine is wrong. But I think what you'll see is 50s and before and then when Bitcoin's in the 50s, before it gets to the 60s, it would go back down to the 40s and then go back into the 50s and then go to the 60s. So my guess, my thoughts, not financial advice, do your own research. So Richard Murray, nice to see you again. Thank you, Richard. Thompson, 2 Richards. Okay. Looking good. Excellent. Great. So can we do H-bar long-term predictions? I'd say double digits. I'm not, somebody asked me if if I agreed with Crypto Weatherman that he said something like $158. I'm throwing that number randomly out. Not this decade, if that's what he said. I think what he's actually saying is that he could see the Bitcoin of the hash graph, which I would say that's H-bar, not Phantom or anything like that. That it would equal Bitcoin's market cap, which I don't think H-bar will ever equal Bitcoin's market cap, but could it get to a $1 trillion asset one day? Yes. Yes, it could. So where's H-bar if it gets to $1 trillion market cap? Let's see, $5 billion. Let's just say 5 billion. I know that's not. So a 20x, no, that's 100 million. That's a 200x. 200x. 100x would be what, $29? 200x would be $58. Man, how much H-bar should I accumulate to become a millionaire? I don't know. Let's see, $1 million. Let's say it gets to $10, then you need 100,000 H-bar. How about that? Are you big on quant? Yes, I love quant. And so in my bear market buying guide, worldwarbitcoin.teachable.com, there are 4 cryptocurrencies. As of right now, I'm going to edit this, but there are 4 cryptocurrencies that are in my quote, back the truck up cryptos for the bear market. Quant is one of them. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, believe it or not, are 2 of the other 3. And then Solana is number 4. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to revise that for Solana to, spread that out between Solana, Avalanche, Luna, Algorand, Atom, etc. So do you see selling any Litecoin if Bitcoin reaches past 58K, or you're just going to hold all your Litecoin until Bitcoin reaches its all-time high? It depends on what happens with Litecoin. I'm going to be more aggressive with taking profits. Cause I mean, I could see Bitcoin getting to all right, we go to 58K, get rejected there, go to the 40s, climb up to the 60s, maybe go to the 70s, and then run out of steam again and go back down to like the upper 40s or lower 50s, and everyone's going to say the same thing. Oh, it's over, bro, it's over. And if that's the case, I want to be taking profits on Litecoin often instead of waiting for it to hit my price target, which I do believe it's going to hit. So, but then I'll buy, I'll buy back in. Any Litecoin that I sell will be with the attempts of buying more Litecoin. So become a quote real investor last March. Last year made 25% realized gains, but at the moment my portfolio is down 50%. What do you think? Oh man, I think hold. I'm not sure. I think you should continue holding. So, but I would, like we're talking about, I would take some profits at this $58,000 level. So Lambo when? I mean, for me, never, but maybe it's different for you. All right. How long have we been live? I need to do some work from my day job. About 50 minutes or so. Literally, those 15% were made through trading small amounts. What 15%? I'm not sure what you're saying. Oh, okay, out of the 25%. All right, I do have to do some work for my day job. All right, set my targets for $1.35 to $1.40. Excellent. And I don't know, I'm still a little sick, so I am going to head out, but thank you all for your time. And I will see you hopefully, tomorrow the price will go higher and the day after that it'll go higher. So, all right. Boris Johnson going to be forced to resign. All right, he apologized for something. I saw that. All right, thank you, Trump rules. So yeah, I'll read into that. All right. That sounds good. Thank you, Smoke Sun. See you next time. Have a good one, everybody. I will see you around.